Lies. Anyway, hello, everybody. We are live. It is the 22nd of September. Chris, you can see now which one of your channels is playing
It's
and
not showing.
compare because it had a double. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. It's Sunday. Monday. I'm just kidding. Today at 2 o'clock, to remind you, Heroes has a webinar. Uh, the attendees in the webinar are 100 people. If you'd like to try to get in to be an attendee live, see Collins, Mana, or Comfort. Now, otherwise, go to the top dot live. Today, we're going to talk about something that I think is pretty powerful. But first, I'd like to play one of the Shine the Lights. And this is a group of people, and it's one of my favorites because they're having such a good time. Anyway, here we go. I enjoy.
That was awesome. I like that one. That's fun.
They were having so much fun. I believe I have one more. Hold on. It's just about to load.
Morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody. We'll get started after this. I just want to shine on some of these because we're getting so many, and we promise. And it's good to, especially the deaf community, man. They really responded big time, and I'm
The
really
big,
happy with it. They had fun, man. That last one was. They
yeah.
set everybody up on accounts. They all met together. They took time to do it, and that was really a
I think
cool
they
one.
went. I think they went dancing after that. They were so excited.
Oh man, they were excited. Yeah, I believe this is another one. Here it goes.
I hope all is well with you. Judy Young is the name that I am known by. My daughter, who is now an adult and has a child who is both adorable and my grandson, is one of my children. She is married and has a child. I was responsible for a variety of tasks, including data entry, file processing, and data processing. Also carrying out a variety of additional odd jobs. Due to the fact that I am in charge of providing care for my mother, I am currently in the process of retiring earlier than expected. Peter Sharp, a longtime friend of mine from my time spent in deaf school, called me and presented me with information regarding Onpassive. I am looking forward to hearing more about this topic. It was on January 2, 2021 that I registered for the course. As the director of the Deaf Slam show, I was responsible for my duties. I sent an invitation to Chris Johnson so that he could watch the show for himself. He was really enthused about the Deaf Slam show, and he started inviting other people, including Ash, to come. Ash was one of the people he invited. Specifically, that show was a huge success. The decision to choose me as the representative leader for the deaf community was taken by Cheese after a great deal of consideration between several individuals. I felt a great sense of honor from it. My appreciation goes out to you, Chris. During my time in New Hampshire, I was the host of a social gathering that took place in the fall. A total of 50 deaf individuals attended, which indicates that the program was a success. Jean Oliva and Susie McRae are also members of this band of individuals. It was very impressive that they made the effort to travel to that location. Chris Johnson and Red Reffern were both unable to achieve their goal of making it. In what way do you intend to proceed with Onpassive? Quite impressive is the concept that Onpassive has of having a single platform with a single password for all of their goods across the board. Having to log into an excessive number of applications at the same time is unreasonable. When we take an Onpassive approach, we are given the opportunity to bring about changes in our lives. What are the goals that I wish to achieve? I plan to meet a significant number of deaf people from all across the United States, from the West to the East, as well as those from other countries. Some of these people will be from other countries. Where do I discover my true calling? My dream is to work at a school in Africa that caters to the deaf community. To what end? It was brought to my attention by someone that some schools were stealing things from them.
Wow. There she is, Judy Young. I want to give a big shout out to Judy Young and Lenore Johnson. They've really helped a lot of people out there, two amazing leaders. They are responsible for bringing a lot of these founders, deaf founders out, and we are loving it. So big shout out to you two ladies. Keep up the good work. You are all leaders. I love this last group, the celebration they were having. That's fun for me to watch. As you can see, some of the words are off a little bit. That's because that's how it works. So just pay attention. The wording will come on, and it's not easy to do. So Marty, before you do this, hold on. Happy birthday, Jennifer Dickinson, Mart Harrison, Kingsley, Muzu, Quinisha, me, Kirkland, Theodore Williams, and Jan Steins. I hope you have a great birthday today. Back to you, Marty.
Anyway, yeah, that was great. This gives me another idea. We were telling everybody to make a 20-minute video for Shine the Light. Not necessary. You could cut it down to 10. But here's what I really think would be cool. If you have people around you, if you have friends or a team, you can do it in a team. Okay, then if you went 20 minutes, okay. But have different people come on. We could splice it together if you want it to be a team. And I think that would be pretty cool. Let's say you're the Germans or India and you're kind of shy. You could make your own video all together, send it to me, and we'll try to make it look really nice and add caption or whatever we can add. And to the deaf community, fantastic. I mean that. Fantastic. Keep them coming. And if you want to do it as a group, better yet. That last group was the funnest one so far. I mean, really fun. But anyway, so that's I'm glad we're doing it. I'm glad we're doing it like this because me and Chris need to come on too. But this way we could do a little bit of shining, a little bit of inspiring. So that'd be cool. Again, Heroes at 2:00. You don't want to miss it.
Shout out. Shout out. Marty, shout out. Tim.
Oh, yeah. Here's what I want to say. And I mean this. It's not as funny as Chris is making it. But anyway, Tim Johnson, you are amazing. Last night I went to Tim late, no warning, no nothing. Tim, do you think you could do this? And it's not like Tim's making money from this. He went out of his way and made one of the most. He makes some of the most beautiful posters I've ever seen. There's a lot of people gifted with posters, but I need to do a shout out to Tim. Tim, you are amazing. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was talking to Chris about it this morning, and I'm glad you reminded me. I would have thought about it while I was talking, but I want to do it in the beginning. But everybody tell Tim, thank you. I mean, some of these posters where you go, well, that's beautiful. There's a good chance it's Tim Johnson. He's really, really good at it. Much better than me. I had made one. I looked at it. I didn't like it. And that's when I went to him. So anyway, that's what happened. Thank you, Tim. I mean that. This is part of people behind the scenes. A good webinar or there's always little bits and pieces you don't see. Like when you see a great movie, there's the key grip. There's the people that put up all the backdrops, and there's the extra people, and there's the music, and there's all that matters. All that matters. I'm going to give an example. I saw a special when they made the movie Halloween. I've said this before, but I want to tell you. They did a kind of a preview to just a handful of people, no music, just Halloween, and it's a legend of a movie as far as scary movies. Anyway, they did it with no music. Nobody really moved. Nobody was really that excited. And I don't know if it was John Carpenter or the guy that made it and produced it. All he did, here's what he added. Ding, 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 ding. People went crazy. So all these little bits and pieces in Onpassive, they matter. If you think all I do is say, great video, and I give a thumbs up, it matters. It all matters. That's what Onpassive is. What I wanted to talk about today, and because it's really, really important, is mindset. And you hear it off and on, probably if you've been online, you've heard it forever. But I want to tell you, I'm going to break it down real quick what it is. Believing in here. You got to push it in here. Believe it. Once you know and you believe it, it's possible. That everything's possible. You need to have passion first. You have to have a reason in your heart, the passion to want to do it, okay, and believe in it. 100% accountability, like back it up with who you are. Nobody's ever been super successful unless they believe in themselves. If they just don't. An attitude of gratitude. remember, everything you do in life, somewhere along the line, you're using or working, not using, but working with other people or other things. Have gratitude towards that. Don't forget to say, thank you so much because of that you did for me, amazing. I'll give you an example. No matter how good of a marketer you are, this is one example. Hey, Abby, I'm live, hon. No matter how good you are at something or whatever you do, maybe you're not that good at writing. Maybe you're not that good at doing a video. Hence, I'm going to break it down on Passive Nation. What happened? Hold on, I got to squirt my dog. He's getting ready to bark. It's water, don't worry. So you want to build a team. Maybe you need a team. I've seen a lot of, I listen to a lot of entrepreneurs on videos, and some will say, team up with somebody, right? Mike could do videos. Mike could do a whole thought of a video in 8 minutes or less. That's not me. You guys know that. Dan could write down what I'm thinking and make it look really nice. That's a team. Everybody's got gifts. Everybody's got gifts. Really important one. Really, really important. This is from my experience also, plus what I've heard. Live to give. The more you offer other people, and this is no joke. Now, I realize a narcissist or somebody that's that way, it's all about them. I've seen a few. But when you learn to give and live to give, it's through the roof. Look at Ash's face. When he tells me what he's done for somebody or giving water or food, he's glowing. He absolutely loves it. His ultimate love was building on passive because he's not given to one. He's given to millions. Maybe people don't get, but most of the people on passive understand what I'm saying. The live to give is so powerful. And believe this, part of mindset, the time is now. You can't procrastinate. You need to start what you believe in now. Now is more important than tomorrow, the next day, the next day. You can work now towards who you are or who you want to be. Walk and be and believe who you want to be with the mindset of I can and I will. Because there's one thing about everybody on the planet, everyone. You're 100% right on what you think. If you believe you can't, guaranteed you won't. If you believe you can, you will. And remember, it's the thrive to live and do something that matters. We should be trying to lift each other up. One of the most simple commandments in the Bible, for example, love thy neighbor. Most powerful thing there is in our life is God. And through Jesus, he said, love thy neighbor. I think that's so easy. Is it? If we loved our neighbor, would there be any wars? No. Would there be anything? Would there be any stealing or getting over on somebody or what? No, there'd be none. But we had a very powerful thing given to us. It's called choice. You can choose to be that person, or you can choose to be the other person. That feels a lot better to give and be a good-hearted, caring person. So that's mainly what I wanted to talk about is mindset. Listen, Chris Johnson's a prime example. His mindset, and how do I know? Because he shows it. I don't care what he says it is. He already shows it. He loves giving. He loves helping people. Listen, his mouth says one thing, but his heart says something different. Oh my God, I get so many calls. I don't know. This guy did this guy did. I don't listen to that. That incision under his nose, he needs to let it heal and shut it up. Because his heart says, yeah, go ahead and call me. I want to help you. I want to help him. I want to help so much that it's almost like a job for him. But then you got to realize, and this is a problem for many people that have that heart giving thing, is part of it, the person you want to help or people or a certain group, they need to have the right mindset. See whether it goes together. You can't come to somebody, I want you to help me, and then not give a crap. Because all the help that Chris may give or I may give or everybody that we know together or family tries to give to other people, if their mindset is only take and there is no gratitude, they don't live to give. You're talking to a tree. They're not going to respond. There's nothing wrong with giving your heart, but you want to give your heart to someone that has a good mindset. I'm not talking about the president of the United States. I'm not talking about some big leader. That doesn't matter. The point is, give to somebody that can receive it, because what you really want in the long run is you want the efforts that you give someone for them to duplicate it and give it to someone else. Because Ash knows if he drew people into this company from the heart, that not only if he brings in 1,400,000, if 80%, because it's not going to be 100, 70% of those people have the same heart, they're going to do the same. Now what happens? Now you got 2 million, 10 million, a million, 5 million, 100 million, because there's a lot of people out there, mainly the people that have the worst end of the deal, that are the poorest, they have the least physical things or money, they give the most. Imagine giving them financing and money to somebody that has a big heart. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to go to the people that they've been giving to and give them more. Then what's going to happen? Those people are going to go, oh my gosh, I can help somebody else. That's the kind of reaction we want. Drop that rock in the water and see that ripple effect. How about a ripple effect for others? And as it ripples around the world, that's what Ash was talking about. That's how he sees it. Give to the giving-hearted people, and the giving-hearted people will keep replicating what he started. That's crazy powerful. I know I'm going a little deeper than I need to, but that's what I mean, though. I really think mindset is, if you can get yourself right, first is you got to believe you can, and stop looking around and say, well, that's you, and you do it because you're Marty. No, bull crap. And another thing, don't build anybody up as some great leader in Onpassive unless you're talking to Ash Mupara. There's people in Onpassive, guarantee it, that thrive to be told how great they are. I wouldn't hang around them. That's me. I wouldn't hang around them. The only person I feel is the leader of this company is Ash Mupara. I'm a tool. I'm here to help people. Whatever I can do to help, I help. Whatever Chris can do to help, he helps. But I'm not I'm Marty DeGarmo. You should listen to me because I brown nose better than everybody else. I added that so Chris would laugh. But no, what I'm saying is do it, go to people that inspire and then make you feel good. Ash even said it. If nobody's coming to you and nobody wants to talk to you, maybe it's you. If people talk to you because they're afraid not to, that's not Onpassive. Or if you want to go to another meeting and you go somewhere else and you're afraid that if you do, somebody else, a so-called leader, says, well, you don't want to do that. You stay here. You're a traitor. I don't care if it's a man or a woman, they should not be followed. And if you're listening to somebody and there's not a give and take and you can voice your opinion in a good way, a good-hearted way, or add to it, that's not the person I want to talk to. Sorry, it's not. I want to be, everybody matters. Yeah, some people come up and, I mean, the downfall to being a guide or inspiring is you're always got to be on. If you go somewhere, people want to ask you. But I tell them, you know, I don't know. I can tell you what I believe, and that's it. Just stay cool. But I want everybody to have the mindset, and go look it up. Watch videos about mindset because you have control of that guy that's standing in front of the door of your mind. I saw a video one time as a soldier standing at the door of your mind. And if you put nothing but crap in, negative, and he did this, and these crazy conspiracy, oh, this is it, this is going to happen one more time, the world's going to flip upside, this world's going to end. Bible says it, whatever. But nobody knows. So if somebody's telling you what's going to happen, that means it's probably not. But conspiracies and looking for reasons to hate somebody. If you're in a room full of people and all they talk about is hate and nasty, leave the room. The world's not that bad. Yes, things happen, but I'll tell you what, oh, the country's this country's that. Go compare it to another one. I traveled the world. Does our country have some issues? You darn right. But I can't name one that's better. Not one. And I traveled many countries. So before you go and listen, and I know it's intriguing to hear that this guy or that person is really a man, that person is a he, she, and that, listen, just let it go. We're not here to judge each other. Just listen to the words coming out of people's mouths and the way they act, and do a percentage. If you're listening to somebody that more than 50% of their conversation, shouldn't be that much, 50% of their conversation is about themselves, and the other 50% is bad mouthing somebody else, you're in the wrong room. And then they have nerve enough to tell you, I found God. Well, for one thing, newsflash, he's not missing. He's never went anywhere. But just really think about who you're with, who you listen to, and because bad things come from that. Bad things in life come from surrounding yourself with 50% it's about me, and the other 50% I'm bad mouthing somebody else. That's crazy. Why? Life shouldn't be that way. Stay cool. If it pumps up your heart in a bad way, that you leave going, I hate this person, or I hate that group, or you're in the wrong damn meeting. You should go there and be, if you're not filled with happiness or at least positivity, walk the break away. That's why I'm talking to everybody here and outside of Onpassive. If you're watching this and you're sick and tired of somebody trying to get over on you, or somebody trying to pull the sheet over your eyes and want you to go a certain direction, and how they do it is by manipulating lies and building up things about somebody else, come to Onpassive. because it can change your life. You can come to a place where it's positive. Yeah, once in a while you get a few bad apples, but they don't mean anything. When majority is good-hearted people, it changes everything. I know. I've been here going on 6 years. All yours, Chris.
Are you sure? Very good, Marty DeGarmo. I love you, brother. Thank you again for actually teaching me YouTube and helping me with a lot of things. I appreciate you. Deaf community, you guys are doing an amazing thing here. Calling all countries. I know Marty's getting hundreds of videos, but we want from every single country. My mindset is something I've tried to do my whole life. And I'm just going to explain about my mindset. Maybe you can relate to it, or you have your own way. Before I get out of bed in the morning, I'm already thanking God. Before I put my feet on the floor, I'm already saying, God, let me achieve everything I want to do today. That's my mindset. Even though I got some roadblocks every day in my life, I'm asking God, let me drive around them. Find me a way, lead me in the right path, in the right direction. I believe, I can't speak for Ashmafara, but I believe Ashmafara gets up when he does sleep and says the same thing. God, give me the strength to complete this journey, this mission, so I can help a lot of people out. One of my biggest things I always say is, God, you put me here for a reason to help many people out. My family, people around the world. That's my mindset. I don't think of it, and I don't say, and I have in the past, I'm not perfect at it. Matter of fact, I'm not perfect at all. I make mistakes every single day, but I do, when things happen, I'm like, oh, God. I mean, I look at God, whether it's good or bad. Lord, why did you let me do that one? I think we all have. But I found that when I start my day with God, it makes my life that much more important. I still say this. I believe God led me to Onpassive, or God led Onpassive to me. Very grateful. And it is very strong. Like Marty said, I deal with a lot of people who don't really have a mindset, who want to complain or do this. Listen, let me tell you something about Ashmafara. He knows exactly what he's doing. Has he made some boo-boos? He's admitted it. Yeah. All right. But he knows exactly what he's doing, how he wants it done. And I have a lot of people, well, maybe he should have done it this way. I don't want to hear your maybe he should have done it this way. And I tell people that say that maybe you should go out and start your own global company. All right. The mindset is also very strong when you believe in something. Of course, number one for me is God, and it's Sunday, so I like talking about God. All right. But I also believe 100% in Ashmafara and what he's doing and what this company is going to do. The smiles that I see on people's faces, just this deaf community video, Judy Young smiling, saying what they wanted to go into Africa, teaching kids. Isn't that what it's about? All we really have to do, honestly, is help people out. We really don't have to know anything about technology. We don't have to know anything about coding. We don't even have to make a website. But what we can do is when things starts rolling, it's real simple to do. Help somebody out. No matter if it's in your family, that's a start. When you wake up every morning, say, who am I going to help today? Whose life do I want to change today? And let me tell you something. There's a lot of people out there with their lives that I want to help change for the better, including mine. I'm not no straight A student, never was. Actually, I didn't even like school. Why? Because it just did not get my attention. Marty says the same thing. We're a lot alike. All right. I'm the kind of guy that I have to get my hands dirty to learn something. But with Onpassive, I never had to get my hands dirty. I just kind of listened to people's stories. It wasn't even about listening to Ashmafara when I first got into it. It was about listening to everyday people from all over the world and what they want. And isn't the truth? Don't we all just want better? Don't we all just want better? Real easy. And don't we all just want to help someone out? Now, if you don't have the mindset of helping somebody out, you failed already. I'm sorry. The biggest part of Onpassive that Ash has pushed is we got to help people out. This is the way we're going to change the world. Not just earn all this income and hoard it. And no, man, there's people that need us right now. Boy, if I could show you the text messages I get from a lot of orphanages, just people in general from all over the world that were hit by a catastrophe. And that's hard for me. I'm not going to lie. I don't have the funds right now to help people, but I know I'm gonna. I help out in a little ways here and there, but that's between me and God. But all you got to do is be nice to people. All you got to do is share out. Teach them what Onpassive is going to do. Turn off your TV, turn on a webinar, and pay attention to the good that comes out of every mouth from the world through Onpassive. I think it's very, very powerful to see people actually come on here. People that we've never seen. And so, I just seen that his cousin or his brother made a video of him singing. He asked it, hopefully it gets shared on the Shine the Light, and that's the individual that has Tourette's. All right. That's amazing, because he said yesterday, I feel stupid. You're not stupid. You're the smartest guy in the group, because you're willing to come out and do that. Now, a lot of people don't know about Tourette's. I know quite a bit about it. Some of them, they're able to sing perfectly, and I can't wait to hear the song he's singing. Same with people that stutter. I seen American Idol once where there was a girl, she could barely talk, but when she sang, she was an angel. Listen, guys, no one's perfect. People have things that are wrong with them. Not wrong with them, but they were born with. And they get laughed at and teased and bullied. We could change that. By doing all these things, we're educating the world, not only on people's disabilities or what they're going through. I want to know what someone's life is like that has a disability. I want to understand it. I want to help them. Because me, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, they're not the greatest, but they're there and they work. I got a heart, lungs. There's people out there who are missing some of those things, who maybe can't work. Come on this show. Let's show the world who you really are. Everyone in Onpassive, everyone in the world has a voice through Onpassive. Period. Period. I don't care what your situation is, you have a voice. Obviously, the deaf community sure showing us their voice, aren't they? And that's amazing to me. So mindset is the most powerful thing you got. But start your day every day asking God, how can I better myself? What can I do to help? Before your feet even hit the floor. Thank you, Jesus. It is Sunday. I'm going to preach a little bit. I love God. I love what he's given me in my life. I love the things that he didn't give me in my life, because there's a reason for that. You read every day a big speaker saying, put God. Denzel Washington, one of my favorites, put God first, and everything else follows. I pray to God every day. Does he say no? Oh my goodness. He says no to me many times. True story. But there's a reason for it. God is trying to make you stronger in some of those things that you think you're failing in. There is a reason for that. Don't ever forget that. Just because you fail doesn't mean you failed. That means God's setting you up for something better. Ash Mafara has set us all up for something better. And all we got to do is wait a little bit longer. And bada bing, bada boom. Remember that. I love every one of you. God bless. Marty DeGarmo, back to you.
I'm not ready for you to come back. I'm just kidding. Another thing, like Chris said, how he starts his day. And I know that's how he starts his day, because if I call him at the wrong time, he doesn't answer. But no, let me tell you another thing adding to that. And that's why I love doing stuff where we can talk back and forth. If you start your day positive mindset, and you're starting with praying, which is a really good way to start. I really talk to God throughout the day. And I learned something from my mother one time. I said, Mom, I was younger. I pray for certain things. and they don't always happen. And she said, well, I always pray for God to protect you and make nice things happen. I go, well, what are you saying that for? Maybe God is not giving you what you want because it's not going to take care of you like you think it will. Oh, I get it. You know, if you want the well-being and you want protection, sometimes we want things that probably aren't good for us. Or sometimes we get things and we say, well, that's not what I asked for. Relax. Because if you go through it, a lot of cases it is what you asked for. It's not delivered exactly like you wanted because what you wanted might not have been that good for you. So it goes both ways. But one thing I want to say, when you start in the morning with a good mindset, I try to get up, I sit up in the bed and I automatically, I've done it so much, it becomes automatic. That helps a lot. Chris does the same routine every morning. So now it's no longer a routine, it's who he is. He gets up and he could do it in his sleep. He's not, that's what he does. You do it enough. That's why I say you get up with the right mindset. You know what's beautiful about that? In a lot of cases, you go to bed with a nice mindset. You start your day that way, you end your day that way. That's powerful. And it makes it easier to sleep. If torment and negativity and you're tossing and turning, get rid of it. I'm telling you, it causes a lot more damage than people think. One thing I want to say is thank you so much for everybody being here. I'm really juiced up about Onpassive. I believe we're going to be delivered or being delivered a package that we can only dream of. And I believe when we all get it, it will magnify who we are. Ask yourself a question. Who are you? Who do you want to be? Where do you want to go? Work on that now. Work on the possibilities of life. We're not here that long. We're just visitors here. We're just visiting. Nobody's leaving here alive. That sounds horrible. Nobody's leaving here alive. But what impact do we have? What did we do? One of the scariest things I read in the Bible, and I don't want to preach, that's a lie. I do. I'm preaching right now. One of the scariest things in the Bible is at the end when we're being judged for what we did. And by the way, you write your own book. That book closes, it's called You Died. I know a lot of people say, well, I'm going to go pray that Marty goes to heaven and I was a rotten you know what. I don't think that works. I think I am who I am. I did what I did, right? But the point is, if you live the way you want and you do the right things and you know it here, I do not, this will happen. People in front of God will say, I did everything you wanted me to do. I did this, I did that, I did this. They're talking from here, not from here. And what does God say to some people? Move aside, I never knew you. Whoa, I don't want that said to me. Anyway, love you all. And don't forget, heroes, if you want to be on the panel, get a hold of Collins or whoever as quickly as you can. It only holds 100 people. If not, go to the top.live and you can watch it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be there. They wanted me to come back. Mike Ellis is going to be there. Ivy Mix and Gina Leva. Let's see what we can, maybe we can razzle dazzle. I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'll see you all. Thank you very much. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
He always does everything I ask. See what I mean? Exactly like I
Not
asked.
everything, not everything, but some.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have a great Sunday. Bless you all.